Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, NBC Lifestyles Diary. My name is Marie, I live in New York, and I love fashion, travel, and cultural events, and I'm asking you to join me on the adventure. Today is November 14th, and it's been kind of a rough few days, but I will tell you what I have been doing. So the first thing I did was I went to the Brooklyn Museum to see an exhibit of 200 Brooklyn artists. And what that helped me do is kind of expand my mind and read the stories of these people and see how long they've been producing art just for the sake of producing art. And then I got to go to the theater and see my daughter's production of Blood Quilt at Lincoln Center. This play was written about 9 years ago by Katori Hall, and she's now the showrunner for P-Valley. There are some wonderful actresses in this, and let me read them to you. The actresses are Mirari, Lori Banks, Susan Kelechi Watson, Crystal Dickinson, and Adrienne Moore. So it's a play with 5 women, and it's called Blood Quilt, and the story is basically a family drama. So these 5 women are related. They're 4 sisters and 1 daughter or grandniece, and they've come to quilt at their mother's home. And of course, the quilting holds historical significance because it's something that the women on that island have done for generations. And the stage is filled with these beautiful quilts depicting how these quilts told a story. So in this family drama, these women gather together to do this quilt, but also to go over their mother's will and to find out their inheritance. And of course, in a storyline like this, there's drama, there's tears, there's also laughter, and a history lesson. So this play takes place on an island off the coast of Georgia. It's a fictional place. They call it Kwame, but it's really based on an island that does exist off the coast. And the people speak a language called Geechee, or the Geechee people. And also in this play, I learned that they were also supposedly known as the unruly ones. So of course it goes through the history of all that was lost in the African American culture and how the only thing that they did have documenting their history is this quilt. And in this play, we get 4 versions of the same mom. And we don't really exactly know who she is, but it's a good reflection of what life is. We interact with different people at different times in our lives where we have evolved into different beings. And that can happen within our own family dynamics. So I went and I was prepared to laugh, which I did, because these family dramas always have these moments where you do have to relieve it with laughter. That is life, we do have to find release. And as you find the release and you shed the tear, you discover more about these people. And these people reflect all of us. So going to the Mitzi Newhouse Theater to see Blood Quilt, I didn't know exactly what world I was going to be transported to, but Adam Riggs did a wonderful job of making me feel like I was sitting in the house with a beautiful view of the ocean and water access. Montana Levy Blanco did a wonderful job with the costumes. Palmer Heffron did a great job with sound, and Jaeyoon Chung did great with lighting, and Jeanette Oi Suk Yu a fantastic job with the projections, because there's a lot going on in this play, and there's a lot to keep you thinking and engaged and transported, and just looking at how did they do this on this stage. I'm always impressed by this team and what they're able to create. For me, the message that I got in this play is a reminder of how resilient we are as a people, how we persevere as a people. And when I say that, I mean the whole human race, for us to persevere and to continue. And sometimes we like to write our lives in fairy tales, but that's only because we're editing out the painful parts. But this play really did take me into that human sibling dynamic and showed the effects that the outside world has on us and our inner world. I don't mean to make this sound like it was heavy, because there was a lot of laughter. There's a lot of laughing going on in the audience. And at the appropriate times, when revelations or truths come to light, there's a lot of and there's also silence in recognizing the pain or the disappointment or the expectations. But the one thing is that no matter how fraught your family relations might be, if you're lucky enough, you will find love and comfort in your family. And that is what is found in making this quilt together and in passing this knowledge on to the younger generation, which is represented by the niece and the daughter. So you can try to right the wrongs for the next generation. You can give them the tools to cope from the pain that you've gone through, and we can always hope and pray for better. And going to a Lileana blain-cruz production has become a family event. So there were 14 of us that went out strong to see and support Blood Quilt. And we can do that because we call and we get a group rate. So that's a cue for you guys. And with the 14 of us, we also went to our favorite spot, PJ Clark's. The menu's extensive. There's a good variety, and there's a wide price range for everyone. And we got to sit together and talk and laugh and remember how great it is to go support the arts. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe, share, and like.